Hey guys, how's it going? Today, for my, I don't know, 3,000 subscribers special, I'm gonna do something a little special here. I'm gonna do Sous Vide Lobster. I'm gonna serve it kind of my own version of filet Oscar, but instead with crab, I'm gonna do lobster. And instead of béarnaise sauce, I'm going to do hollandaise sauce. I'll show you how to do all that in a second. But anyway, the first thing you wanna do is get some lobster tails. I'm just doing the tails, a little easier to work with. And these are about ½ pound each, pretty big. They're cold water lobster. I don't know, there is a difference in the types, but I'm not an expert and I don't really know what it is. So that being said, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is get a large pot of water to a boil. And from there, we're going to just, I think it's called parboiling, basically stick them in there for about a minute. This will allow us to remove the meat from the shells a bit easier than if we were to just try and rip it out right now. So let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, so our pot is at a rolling boil. At the same time, you probably want to get your water bath up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just going to boil these for a minute. See, they change color right almost instantly. Pretty cool. But yes, we're just going to do this for 1 minute and then take them out and let them chill. Okay, just pulled the lobsters out, and as you can see, they're very red. Like I said, only kept them in there for about a minute. Gonna let these cool off so they're a little easier to work with, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, we are, waiting here, I don't know, 5-10 minutes tops for these to cool off. They're plenty cool to handle. So what we're gonna do here, since these are really large tails, I'm gonna cut them in half and then scoop the stuff out. That should be the best way to go about this. So, get a very sharp knife, cut them in half. There we go. Okay, now just grab a fork or something, and it should be relatively easy to remove the meat. Well, not that easy, but easier. So anyway, I'm going to screw around with this for a few minutes, and I will be right back to show you what to put in the sous vide bag. Okay, that took a little longer than I anticipated, and this fork was utterly useless, but basically you just stick your fingers down in there under the shell and go along the top side first, pry everything off, and then attack the bottom side and then do the same there. Once you got both of them removed, you can just kind of pull it out. It is a bit of a process. It took me about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. But anyway, we're all good. We have our lobster tails de-shelled, and we are going to put them in the bag now. Our water bath is at 140 degrees, and we're ready to go there. But we got to season these up a little bit first, so let's get going with that. So what I'm going to use for my seasoning is a lot of butter. I have 8 pats here, 1 for each side of each piece, and then I have a quarter or half of a lemon slice for each one. Also going to put some garlic powder and some sea salt in there, because why not? Come from the sea, the ocean, whatever. And then yeah, we're going to seal these up and stick them in the bath for 30 minutes. Now if I were to do this again, I probably would have parboiled it for a little bit longer, since the tails were really large and the shells were very thick on them. So it made it a little more difficult to get the meat out of the shell than I anticipated. But so if you have really large lobsters, give it, maybe 1:30, 2 minutes. Smaller lobsters, maybe a minute or 30 seconds or something like that. Okay, got her all up in the vacuum sealer now. So here we go. Okay. That is what it looks like before we put it in our 140-degree bath. Let's do exactly that. So we're going to cook this for half an hour. And we will be back then. Okay, so to make my version of the Oscar sauce, I'm going to make hollandaise sauce, which I know for all you people start commenting like crazy. I know that's not the sauce you're supposed to use, but I don't really give a shit because it's my food and I'll eat it the way I want. Anyway, I found this really awesome blender hollandaise sauce. It's super simple. Basically, I'm making a half order, or whatever you want to call it, because I don't really need that much for only 2 steaks and 2 lobster tails. So basically half a stick of butter. I'm going to need a half a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1.5 egg yolks, only the yolks. I'm actually going to omit the mustard from this recipe, but a little glob of that as well for flavor is nice, as well as a little dash of Tabasco sauce. I like the green stuff, adds a lot of flavor. And then of course, you know, eventually we're going to need some asparagus too. So what you want to do first is pop this here half a stick of butter in the microwave for about a minute until it gets melted and nice and warm. Okay, so now that my butter is melted, I'm going to put into the blender the half tablespoon lemon juice, 1.5 egg yolks, a dash of Tabasco. Whatever. Blend it up here for about 5 seconds. Okay, now that little hole on the top of your blender, never thought you'd use it, huh? But for this you will. Basically what we're going to do is take our butter and slowly pour it in as we're blending. Dump your butter in slowly while the blender is running. Let it go for about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. And now you have a nice, fluffy hollandaise sauce, which tastes delicious. So there you have it. That's very simple. At the same time, while you're doing this, throw a pot of water on to boil. And once your pot reaches a rolling boil, you can blanch your asparagus by throwing asparagus in a salted boiling pot of water for 3 minutes. And that's it. Take it out, let it sit there until all the rest of the food's done. Okay, so we're all set. We got our asparagus and our sous vide fillets. And now our lobster is nice and done. Looks much better when it's not hiding behind all these fluids. So let's get these plated and on our steaks. It's nice and tender. Oops. It's kind of dwarf the steaks, but that's okay. Too much lobster is never really a problem now, is it? Okay, so before I put some sauce on this, I kind of wanted to just tell you what it tastes like and the texture, because it's not exactly like your typical rubbery restaurant lobster. It's very tender. It's cooked all the way through perfectly, as you can see, or maybe not. Nice and white. And wow. It's perfect. It's not rubbery. It's very tender, and it has a ton of flavor. Oh man, that is so freaking good. I am definitely going to eat the hell out of this, and definitely do this again sometime in the near future. But yeah, sous vide lobster, definitely worth a try. Get some lobster tails at Costco or whatever like I did. Yeah, definitely awesome and definitely worth a try. So thank you all to my 3,000 plus subscribers. Hope to get another 3,000 in another year maybe. But anyway, it's been really a lot of fun. If you're interested in anything that I used today, just send me a message or hit the show info button. It usually has a lot of good info of where you can get some stuff. So anyway, thanks again so much. Love you guys, and keep on cooking. Keep watching, and I will be cooking as well. So anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you for watching.